Good morning, guys. Welcome to my channel once again. Today is the 12th day of December in the year 2023, and as always, I have some well analyzed games for you. As you can see on the screen, our yesterday's games went well. I provided two sets of games, and we won the first one, and then we narrowly missed the second one. So let me go through the results so you can see. Portsmouth is Bolton. I predicted Portsmouth under 2.5 goals and we won. Tenerife versus Alcoron under 3.5 goals. It was successful. Gil Vicente versus Moreirense. Moreirense to win or draw. It was successful. Empoli versus Leeds. Home under 2.5 goals. It was successful. Partizani versus Scanderbeg. Partizani to win or draw and it was successful. So the total odds was 2.41 and we won everything. Then for the second set of games, I predicted Rayo versus Celta Vigo. Rayo to win or draw, it was successful. Azam versus JKT, home draw no bet, it was successful. Taranto versus Monopoly, home win or draw, it was successful. Cagliari versus Sassuolo, home under 2.5 goals was successful. Then Portsmouth is Bolton. I gave Bolton 2 goals ahead handicap and we lost that match. Portsmouth won that game by 2 goals to nothing. And it was surprising because Bolton is a very good side. They haven't lost any of their last 5 away matches. So when I checked the form, I noticed that they're very good. And it was shocking and surprising that they lost to Portsmouth by 2 goals to nothing. So that's by the way, it's football, and at times, even with the best analysis, anything can still happen. So today, I have taken my time and I have used data to bring out very good games for you. So let's get started. The first game, as you can see on the screen, is from the UEFA Champions League and it's between PSG and Arsenal. My prediction here is home win for PSG or draw at 1.35 odds. Yes, this game is a must win for PSV. They need this game to qualify and they will do everything possible to win or at least get a draw. So let's check out the data for this match. So you can see that PSV are a very good side whenever they play at home. 5 matches they've lost just once and they won the rest, as you can see. And then Arsenal away from home, they are not that solid, as you can see. 5 matches, they have lost three and won just two. Now, when we look at the standings on the table, you could see that Arsenal has already qualified with 12 points. Then PSV are on the second position with 8 points. So this match is going to be tough because PSV needs this game to qualify. If they're able to get a draw at least, it will be enough for them to qualify. Or if they can win this game, they can qualify. Because Lens that are on position 3, if they win their game and PSV fails to win, Lens will qualify. So PSV needs this game and they will do everything possible to see that they secure victory or at least get a draw in this match. Next, we have a game still from the UEFA Champions League and it's between Salzburg and Benfica. My prediction here is I'm giving Salzburg 2 goals ahead, handicap at 1.21 odds. So let's quickly check out the data for this match. So you can see that Salzburg are a good side whenever they play at home. They have won 3 of their last home matches. And when we look at Benfica are equally a good side. Now, when we look at the standings on the table, you can see that Salzburg are on third position, Benfica are on fourth position. So this match is going to be tough because these teams will be fighting to see how they can get a Europa spot qualification. So it's going to be tough. But I think Salzburg has the advantage here because Salzburg will be playing at home. They'll be playing at home. And in the first leg, they have defeated Benfica. Benfica aren't that strong this season. So Salzburg has advantage. That's why I'm giving them 2 goals handicap at 1.21 odds. Next, we have a game from the UEFA Champions League, and it's between Napoli and Braga. My prediction here is home win for Napoli or a draw at 1.14 odds. So let's quickly check out the data for this match. So as you can see, Napoli aren't that solid whenever they play at home, and then Braga has picked up form, as you can see. But in terms of experience, Napoli has it over Braga. They're a big team with quality players, and when we look at the standings on the table, you can see that Napoli are on second position with 7 points, followed by Braga with 4 points. So it's going to be a tough match, but Napoli would want to beat Braga because for them to qualify, they need a victory or at least a draw from Braga. And that's why my prediction here is Napoli to win or draw at 1.14 odds. They will do everything possible to make sure that they get at least a point which will guarantee qualification for them. Next, we have a game from the UEFA Champions League and it's between Copenhagen and Galatasaray. This game is going to be tough because anybody that wins from this game qualifies for the knockout stage. So it's going to be a tough game. But I feel Galatasaray has the advantage here because they have a better squad compared to Copenhagen. So now let's check out the data for this match. So you can see that Copenhagen at home, 5 matches they've lost, two, drew one, and then won two. And then Galatasaray away from home, they've won three of their last five away matches and then they lost two. And those two they lost was against Bayern Munich. And we all know Bayern Munich, they're very, very tough side. So Galatasaray has advantage here. Now, when we look at the standings on the table, we can see that Copenhagen are second on the table with 5 points. Galatasaray are third with 5 points. So this game is going to be tough because any of these teams that win qualify for the Champions League knockout stages. So it's going to be a tough game. But Galatasaray has the advantage because in terms of player quality, they have it over Copenhagen. So I'm giving them 2 goals ahead handicap at 1.17 odds. Finally, for the first set of games, we have a game from the UEFA Champions League and it's between Inter Milan and Real Sociedad. My prediction here is a home win for Inter Milan or a draw at 1.18 odds. So we quickly check out the data for this match. So as you can see, Inter Milan are a very good side. 5 last matches they have won four and drew just one. They're a very solid side. The Real Sociedad, on the other hand, are a good side as well. But Inter Milan has advantage here because they have the experience. They have more experienced players. They have a better squad compared to Real Sociedad. And then when we look at the standings on the table, you can see that Inter Milan are second on the league table. Real Sociedad are first with 11 points. So these two teams will be fighting for who will top the table. okay? Because any team that wins automatically becomes first on this league table, on this table. So they will now be fighting for who qualifies first. So it's going to be a tough match, but Inter Milan has the advantage because they will be playing in their home and they want to use that to their advantage. That's why my prediction here is a home win for Inter Milan or a draw at 1.18 odds. So for the first set of games, here's a summary. We have PSG versus Arsenal. PSG to win or draw at 1.35 odds. Salzburg vs Benfica. Handicap 2 goals ahead for Salzburg at 1.21 odds. Napoli vs Braga. Napoli to win or draw at 1.14 odds. Copenhagen vs Galatasaray. Galatasaray 2 goals ahead handicap at 1.17 odds. Inter Milan vs Real Sociedad. Inter Milan to win or draw at 1.18 odds. The total odds is 2.84 and you can see the Sportybet booking code as well as the 1xBet booking code displayed on your screen. Now for the second set of games, we have the first game from the UEFA Champions League and it's between Manchester United and Bayern Munich. My prediction here is over 1.5 goals. Sorry guys, I made a mistake there. It should be over 1.5 goals at 1.15 odds. Over 1.5 goals, not over 2.5 goals. Yes, so we expect this game to produce at least 2 goals, okay? Because these two teams are Bayern Munich has qualified, but Manchester United still fancy their chances of qualifying. If they can beat Bayern Munich, then they will qualify. If they can beat Bayern Munich and Copenhagen and Galatasaray play a draw, then they can qualify. But if Bayern Munich beats them in this game, then they can't qualify for the knockout stages of the Champions League. So it's going to be a tough game, and we expect to see goals in this encounter. So let's check out the data for this match. So guys, you can see that Manchester United they score and concede goals whenever they play at home. Bayern Munich also scores and concedes goals whenever they play away. Now, when we look at the standings on the table, as you can see that Bayern Munich has already qualified with 13 points. Manchester United are on fourth position with just 4 points, so they need outright victory to stand a chance of qualifying. So it's going to be a tough match. So that's why my prediction here is over 1.5 goals at 1.15 odds. The next game is from the England FA Cup and it's between Scarborough and Forest Green. My prediction here is over 1.5 goals at 1.20 odds. So let's quickly check out the data for this match. So you can see that Scarborough, whenever they play at home, they score goals. They score many goals, average of 2 goals per match. And then Forest Green, whenever they play away, they also score average of 2 goals in their matches. So we expect to see at least 2 goals in this match. And that's why my prediction here is over 1.5 goals at 1.20 odds. The next game is from the England Championship and it's between Watford and Ipswich. My prediction here is over 1.5 goals at 1.30 odds. So let's quickly check out the data for this match. So you can see that Watford, whenever they play at home, they score lots of goals. They average 2 to 3 goals per match, as you can see. And then Ipswich, on the other hand, also scores and concedes, as you can see. And then when you look at the head to head between them, you see that goals are always involved. So we expect to see at least 2 goals in this encounter at 1.30 odds. Finally, for the second set of games, we have a game from the England Championship and it's between Sunderland and Leeds. My prediction here is over 1.5 goals at 1.21 odds. So let's quickly check out the data for this match. So you can see that Sunderland, whenever they play at home, they score lots of goals, they score and concede lots of goals. Leeds too also scores goals whenever they play away from home. And then when you look at the head to head between them, you see that goals are always involved. So we expect to see at least 2 goals in this encounter. And that's why my prediction here is over 1.5 goals at 1.21 odds. So, guys, for the second set of games, here's a summary. We have Manchester United vs Bayern Munich over 1.5 goals at 1.15. Scarborough vs Forest Green over 1.5 goals at 1.20 odds. Watford vs Ipswich over 1.5 goals at 1.30 odds. Sunderland vs Leeds over 1.5 goals at 1.21 odds. The total odds here is 2.43, and you can see the Sportybet booking code as well as the 1xBet booking code displayed on your screen. So guys, my best advice is for you to bet responsibly. Always bet with an amount you can afford to lose. This is where we come to the end of this video. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to this channel if you have not done that. I'll see you guys again in my next video.